On multiple occasions, pretty much over the past year, Marjorie Taylor Greene has admitted that she would absolutely be flattered and likely accept if Donald Trump were to approach her and say, "Will you be my vice presidential candidate on the 2024 ticket?" Recently, reports suggested that Marjorie Taylor Greene's name is definitely one that is on the short list of people that Trump is considering, along with names like Carrie Lake and Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and yes, even Nikki Haley is on that list. So Marjorie Taylor Greene, it would seem, is in a pretty decent position to be Donald Trump's running mate in 2024. That is, of course, if Donald Trump is not paying attention to his favorite pollster, Rasmussen. Because Rasmussen recently came out with a new poll that shows that Marjorie Taylor Greene, as Donald Trump's VP on a presidential ticket, is pretty much the only combination that would lose to President Biden and Vice President Harris. Basically, Marjorie Taylor Greene would be poison for Donald Trump, and this far-right, highly unreliable pollster proved it. Now, before I get into the results, I do want to point out that multiple reports have confirmed that Rasmussen, whatever you want to call it, skews heavily to the right. Like, most of their polls tend to favor Republicans, and because of that, they're typically way off base from what really happens in elections. But this is a poll about Republicans only, really. Which candidate is going to do the best? So, while the results I do disagree with, I think the